everybody, this is Ahdoom coming back to you with another exciting episode of Darkest Dungeon. If you're tuning in for the very, very first time, you might want to check out the playlist, which starts from the very beginning, or if you want to see things that are a little bit more action-packed, this video and the last probably 5 or 6 have been the ones that have been the most exciting so far, because we're going into higher-level boss bashes. And on that exciting topic, we're going to be focusing on our next mission, which is to kill the Siren. It is only an apprentice-level boss bash, but it's one that we want to be taking out. We've taken care of the apprentice level bosses for every other area, and I just want to make a clean sweep. Party isn't the best party for this, just 2 level 1s and 2 level 2s, but, you know, it's a pretty good mix as far as things goes. Hellion for the Iron Swan, and general damage, including the stun. Leper in for some damage dealing. Houndmaster for the bleeds, because bleeds do take in the cove, and then finally we've got ourselves a Vestal to keep us all on the straight and narrow. Only immediate maps, so let's provision up, drop 2 medicinal herbs, 2 keys, 2 holy waters, 2 shovels. Could bring some anti-venoms, but I'm not going to. Instead I'll bring a torch and a half and a food and 4, which is my normal layout, and let's get stuck in.
My lofty position wasn't always accompanied by the fear of office. And there was a time when I could walk the streets or raise a glass in the tavern without concern for molestation. Faithful as the tide, one precocious village waif made it her hobby to shadow my every errand. It was charming then, troublesome later.
What did you do to the young girl? What did you do to the waif, the child girl? What did you do?
I always wondered what became of the unfortunate little waif.
Oh, you're a bad man. Okay. This map doesn't give us any clear indication as to where the boss is going to be. She could be down there. She could be over here. I'm going to look at clearing things out. The only worry for me is I don't have a de-stressing unit in this mix. And this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably there, to be honest. Probably there, and that's exactly where we're going to go. And if we have to double back, we shall. Now, that brackish tide pool I think was safe to leave alone for the moment. I think it just gives us a fairly minor buff, which is completely fine to dismiss. First corridor battle, and we have a stunner, a brawler, and an acolyte. Vestal does not take the stun, which is absolutely fantastic. That pool though might put us out of position and cause problems. Yes, it does. Vestal might get an early turn in. Regardless, we need to make sure that we're taking care of that stunner so we don't get any more. Ah, bugger, only 8. Okay, that red goes down, and it's dodged. Beautiful. Now this leper is going to have to lose a turn to reposition, but at least... Okay, what's the chance to bleed? 50-50. Okay, let's do a party bleed. And that took care of things quite handily. I'll drop a stun on the acolyte, which is a priority given that I don't have a de-stress unit in the mix. And we should get a better jump on them in the next turn, hopefully. Yes, excellent. Alright, let's go for the kill on the acolyte. And that should definitely be enough bleed damage to take care of things. Absolutely. Wicked hack. Boom. And we dealt with that quite handily. The only question is, what should we do with the remaining turn we have to faff? And we'll drop a minor self-buff. How about that? How about that? How about that? And probably try and buff our torch as well, because no one is carrying any damage. That's a dodge, but we get what we want, and she is dead regardless. Well, yeah, fine, let's just... At this stage we are just waiting for her to die of her own recognizance. There we go. Some nice loots. Very nice loots, actually. Do a quick shuffle around and move that Vestal back where I want her to be, in position 4, and get into the first room and see what we have to deal with. Okay, treasure battle. And surprise. Damn! Cove is really messing with me. Alright. Shaman drops a buff. Don't have an advancing attack in the mix at the moment, so I'm going to have to, well... Alright, let's buff ourselves for the moment. I think it's going to be a better play midterm. See which slash does some damage, but not a great deal. We can look at what we can do here, and our options are pretty limited. Alright, Hound's Harry. That seems to be the best call I can make at this stage. Only 1 bleed took, that's alright. Spearfishing for 5 damage, but no bleed. Let's get this Vestal out of the way. and look at taking care of that grouper. It's one less to deal with next turn. Octoesis might do some bleed. No, but we resist it. Again, this party is holding up well. It's just these shuffles the problem. Spearfishing. Do you move me? Nope. Alright, you aren't going to do me any favors here, and that's completely fine. What's your move resist 50%? Okay, let's try for the knockback. Because I don't think I'm going to get my Hellion in the right place in time. I will invest the turn in moving my Vestal back, and then we'll try for yet another all-over bleed. Alright, 2 bleeds took that time, and we're taking a little bit of damage across on the Pelagic Guardian. I will try and go for the kill, though, on the Shaman, because stress is the one thing I don't have any easy remedy for. Good dodge. Good dodge. And now time for us to start getting on the front foot. 7 damage taken, but no bleeds. I'm going to do a focus heal on the Hellion. No, party heal. Party heal. And then Hound's Rush, probably on the back row, to keep up the pressure on him. He's currently carrying the biggest bleed load. Again, it's only 3 because this Houndmaster is only level 1, but again, I do what I can. That's the grouper taken care of, and now we have minimal problems to have to worry about. We will clear these corpses, though, so we can have full and easy access to our friend the Guardian. He's got 11 HP left, and he's going to go for another attack on the Hellion. Absolutely time now for her to get healed and self-heal. I could look at faffing ever so slightly and reducing stress. Oh, it's a party de-stress, but it's on a conditional chance. See, I'm still learning things about this game, and I really love that. Oh, I didn't want him to die. Alright, let's eat some of that food. You only have, oh wow, 6 damage to come. Alright, that's workable. I can deal with that. Drop a skeleton key on the heirloom chest and see what we get. We get our key back and some small change. No complaints there at all. Pressing on to the next room, and we have Trap, which will do stress. Yeah. And that's, wow, that's a massive debuff. That is a massive debuff to dodge. Alright, I might actually... Oh, god damn it. Why are they getting the jump on me? This is an apprentice boss bash. Alright, I'm getting complacent. I need to focus up and take care of business. Waste the Vestal's turn in moving around. Need to do something about that damage, but by the same token, I need to start doing some damage myself. Try and hope for the insta-kill. Not quite enough, but the Hound's Harry should make up the difference. That Barnacle Barrier, though, well, I can ignore because it's a chain attack. Hound's Harry. Let's drop that in place, and at least one of them is gone. A few bleeds as well, which is nice. And the Shaman is in place for him to be stunned, should I choose to. 7 damage on the Houndmaster and some stress damage, which is nasty, but at least the Vestal is in her proper place, right at the back, where she's arguably not any more or less safe, but she can do a lot more stuff. Pretty serious damage all across the party, so it is time for a party heal, and that's 12 all around. No complaints whatsoever. That bleed is now cleared, and I can start doing some damage on the Thrall, just to make sure he doesn't explode on me. I'm going to move back with the Houndmaster just to try and get back into a more appropriate position, because doing minimal damage with bleeds isn't necessarily critical at this stage. Move that Leper forward and hope for the gosh darn best. Again, his lack of dodge and speed is a real problem. Get one dodge there, but Leper takes the stress regardless. Let's try and take out that Shaman now. Not quite enough to get the kill, but hopefully this will make the difference. Alright, so get a kill and apply a little bit of bleed damage. We're going to do a focused heal on the Hellion, who clearly needs the help. Superb, she's back up to 37 out of 42, and Octocestus. Octocestus, of course, it's a Cestus. He has 8 arms, it's an Octocestus. That makes complete sense. Okie dokie. Let's start doing some damage on this Guardian, and hope to gosh that we're going to be in a better place at the end of the round. Let's do a party heal here. Let's also look at dropping a party de-stress, which is going to be super necessary for me to keep living with the Houndmaster. 65% chance, let's give it a try. Not incredible results, I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure if that ability is going to be worth keeping. Alright, let's keep going, and that's finished things off. Nice pilot change. This is a buff, I believe. I'm just going to double check with Karamazel's cheat sheet, and here we go. In the coves, fish idle, damage buff. I could use a damage buff, absolutely. I'll probably take that buff on the Hellion to make sure that she can get back row kills with an Iron Swan as and when the time arrives. It's plus 18 damage. Nothing to write home about, but nothing to sneer at either. We can probably leave that free food behind. Again, I'm not too concerned about that brackish tide pool. It's just,
As the light gains purchase,
if I have to go back the other way, I'll pick it up on the way back.
and purpose is made clear.
Now I'm going to have to camp at some stage soonish to deal with stress levels on the leper. Going to carry on the north way and go down and around because that's the route that I've planned. I like to stick to a plan. Stacks contents of mine, and I get some small change. Chance to disarm is highest on the Houndmaster. And we're good. He's now free of stress entirely, but also a very useless de-stressor as far as things go. No additional scouting information here, so we could be walking into the boss. We just don't know, and that's slightly concerning, but you know, that's also kind of life. Not going to worry about food there. Again, we've got plenty of chances to pick that up. That Eerie Coral, though, does something, and I can't remember what. Eerie Coral, Purge Quirk, and I've got the business for it. Fear of Beasts, Bloodthirsty, I can leave those behind. Calm sucks. Dud Hitter sucks. Gambler is okay. Nervous and Zoophobia I can live with, and Paranormania, no, definitely going for the quirk removal on Hellion. And Calm has been removed, which is fantastic. That's been holding me back, which is holding her back for some time gameplay-wise. Before I press on, I'm going to have a quick nibble, because you never want to enter a boss bash on less than your best foot forward. And let's see if this is indeed what I think it is. Yes, it's the Siren. Good. Whew. Song of Desire. He resists. Fantastic. Time to chop. Yeah, time to chop. 21 damage. Good start to the round. Carrying through on the Wicked Hack. Boom, 19 damage, so 40 damage down so far. Chance to stun is actually not too shabby, so I'm going to drop that down and hope for the best. Dodge, but we still get the Torchlight. Doesn't matter though, because we can probably work with Bleed there if it takes. Does not. It's alright, 71 health out of 119. She's going to summon some little helper monkeys, but that does not put her out of my range, which is the salient point. Good dodge on the Leper, and it's time to do another hit with the Siren. Only 12 damage this time, but again, she's on half-life, and I'm comfortable with that. Vestal has turned. And has healed herself, fortunately, and removed her stress. That was the best turn you could have made, Vestal. I'm completely happy with that. Key question is, what should I be doing with the Houndmaster's turn? I'm looking at trying to get some more damage on the Siren and focusing damage. That's got to have to be my best choice. Pressure Crash, dodges all around, which is fantastic. And let's go again with Leper. Cleanly done, down to 39. I can take a few hits, especially if I'm dodging them every damn time. Not going to do the Iron Swan because I want to keep my own characters alive. 18 damage with the Hellion, and this Siren is not long left the world. 13 damage down. No bleed, obviously, given the resistances, but I just need to make sure it dodges, party dodges all the way through. That's fantastic. Please don't heal. That's fine. Excellent. Did I increase? And that increased my torch as well. So she's literally, even though she's been converted to the enemy, she's still on my side. Clearly and obviously still on my side. Only 1 HP left on the Siren, and I'm still getting some great dodges in place. Vestal comes back to my side, and let's see what we can do. This should be the cleanup. This is actually going to be slightly... No, this is the cleanup. Oh. This has been so well done. I actually was not in a position of jeopardy at any point or at any stage. Let's try for the... Okay, that worked. 65% chance. I just need to make sure that I'm upgrading that ability down the line when the Houndmaster levels up. I'm going to drop a chop there, and we're done. We're going to keep going.
Nonetheless.
Going to keep going because we are by no means full of treasure and these trinkets are kind of lame. We now get some scouting in place and we spot one curio. We'll advance through in case we have a chance of taking care of yet another unpleasant quirk. We do have the opportunity to pick up some more food back here, provided that we have a medicinal herbs left, which we do, and we might avail ourselves of that. Fantastic! Okay, this is exactly what I was hoping for. I still have more quirks I want to get rid of here on... This is going to be removing my chance to earn extra food. That's completely fine. Dud hitter is gone. Your criticals are back up to full, which is fantastic. Now you're only a gambler, and I have no complaints whatsoever about that. Got a chance to do a little bit of stress remediation on this trap. We might take the chance on the leper, because he can afford to take damage. Damn it, but I forget these traps do a heck of a lot more stress than they do damage. That was probably the wrong call. Regardless, gotta press on, gotta stay focused, and gotta play the game by the numbers. Thank you guys, by the way, just I'm doing some crawling back the long way, for watching. I really appreciate that you take the time to check in and see what I'm doing. And, you know, as I've obviously mentioned, I love this game. Darkest Dungeon is messed up and cruel and fun and exciting, and I really enjoy it, and I'm glad that I can play along with you guys. Whew! Now let's explore this fork up here. Not too worried about what that's going to have in store for me. Do have one chest, one crate I should say, which is empty. Take care of that there and keep our eyes open for any other curios or traps. That's our hunger check, and we're going to need to make sure that we're camping pretty darn soon if we're going to have the minimum amount of food necessary to not take damage from it. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to probably walk back to the starting point and then throw a camp. That should be the minimum amount of food that I need to not take a penalty on camping, provided I don't get another hunger check, which is the salient point. In fact, I might actually stop slightly early and feed these guys. No, press on for one more room. I think I've got one more room in me before a hunger check. There we go. And let's just quickly camp here. We only have 4 food, and we'll take it. Let's look at what we can do to take care of stress all around. There we go. All companions, -4, -4. Let's prevent ourselves from being surprised, because that can really ruin your day. And let's get rid of... There we go. Alright, so stress is managed quite comfortably at this stage. We have nothing left to do, so let's rest up and get back to it.
The promise of safety.
The key thing we're hoping for is that we can avoid a hunger check. And I should have probably just stopped by one of the fish carcasses and taken a chance on a poison to get a bit more food, but I'm comfortable with how things are. Actually, here's my chance now. Again, disease resist 30, 20, 30, and 30. Let's take the chance on my Vestal that has probably, well, equal hit points to the... Yep, okay, it's empty. And it's our turn for a surprise, which is about blooming time. Try and go for the insta-kill on the Thrall here. Nicely done. Stunner moves in range of the Hellion, who can hopefully take it out in one shot. Excellent. And now it's time for us to start doing some damage on this little nasty Thrall and follow up with a stun if it takes. 50-50. And he resists, but that's completely fine. If he explodes now, I'll be disappointed. But he's not. He's just going to do a little bit of damage. That's completely fine. It's our turn now, and we can take the chance to hopefully faff. Okay, that's a party de-stress, and death to Thrall. Very nice. Bit more treasure. Always love finding emeralds.
Clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
And pressing on, we get a scout through. No traps, but a corridor battle, a room battle, corridor battle, and a curio battle. Unfortunately, we're out of medicinal herbs, which means we can't banish yet another quirk. I've got to bring more medicinal herbs into the coves. In fact, the coves might be my quirk destruction farm. What are the odds for the eerie coral if we don't use an item? It's better chance than worse. Okay, but no one's really carrying a huge amount of stress, and I don't want to take a chance at a malice rather than a bonus. Let's torch up and press on. Get the surprise, 2 bleeders and a shaman. Let's see what we can do about bettering those odds. I could probably drop a stun on both. And that might be a not bad thing to do, but they don't take damage, which is the salient point. So let's at least get started on the second position. Probably go for the finishing with the... No, we'll drop a stun here because we want to be avoiding stress. Always avoid stress first. Damage can be healed. Stress is eternal, unfortunately. Go for the kill with the Houndmaster and try and get the first position. It's the kill. Nicely done for Leper, and we are very much in control of the battle. Pressing through. Ah, damn. Well, you do get a turn off in the end, which is frustrating, but we can definitely drop some... dodge. That's certainly an option. We can drop some dodge. Let's take care of the front ranks. Leper can take care of him in the end of the round. Let's go for another stun, just because more torch is more happiness. There we go. And Chop to finish things off. Took some minor damage there. Not an appreciable level of stress. I'm happy with how that played out.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Torches are running low, but so is the map for unexplored territory. Party stress. Spearfishing, which hopefully won't occasion a move. Good. Let's try and go for the insta-kill on the Brawler. Nicely done. Go for an Iron Swan on the Grouper, which won't quite get the kill, but it's something very workable for us to fill out and finish off with the Vestal. While she restores her health, those good old Vampiric Strikes, they do the job for me. Pretty clear at this stage that I need to be looking at group attacks to get some bleeds down, because that side swipes the guard ability. Does resist that bleed, but that's okay, because we can probably take him out with a knockback attack. Doomsday is going to do me a bit more damage, and I'm going to take a chance on using up the Houndmaster's turns on, well, yeah, on de-stressing, which isn't incredibly effective, but, you know, it is what it is. 6 damage done on the Grouper. Let's try and go for Cry Havoc. Okay, that's 12 stress gone, so slowly sort of remediating our issues. Try knockback of 3 and Corpse Clear. That might disrupt the guard. It does not, because he wasn't stunned. Okay, that's fair, I guess. We will go for the stun regardless. Alright, and our friendly neighborhood madman is now open for the kill. Accusation of the Vestal. No dodge, unfortunately, and 8 additional stress there. No stun, though, so I am grateful, and we'll look at what we can do. You've got a stun resist, you do not have a damage resist, so we will deal with that. Only 2 dropped. Let's take care of that stressor, though. Okay, let's, again, try for the party de-stress if we can. That takes, and again, 12 stress is gone. Go for the hit, and that's 8 damage. Unlikely to get the kill with the Hellion the next turn, but I think that he's definitely a goner in the immediate future, especially now that his prot buff has gone away. Wicked Hack, and that's the kill. And we're sitting pretty. Got some food back. I'm actually going to use it to try and, well, put off the next, hunger check, drop a key, and see what we need to throw out. Yeah, we can get rid of that bandage, that's for sure. And let's press onwards. Now, I keep forgetting to use the dog treats, which is a bit silly, because they're a free buff and I may as well use them, but, you know, I'll remember next time. 1 torch left, and it's just a full stack of groupers. No surprise, unfortunately, so these guys have the chance to do me some serious damage. That's 7 damage, and hopefully Spearfishing does not get the move. No, good dodge. Excellent work. We will put a all-over bleed down, or a focus bleed on the back. A focus bleed on the back to make sure that the Iron Swan takes care of him. Good dodge on the part of the Houndmaster, and we will drop a stun on the front position to deny him a turn, hopefully. Excellent job. Our damage dealers start to come into play here, so Iron Swan back row, and he's absolutely a goner. Wouldn't have been so if we had not taken that extra damage through the Houndmaster, though. Time for a chop, and we will chop on the second position. Very nicely done. And we're back to start. Good dodge by the Hellion. Bit concerned about spearfishing, stunning out my Vestal, but we're fine. We'll drop a Hound's Rush on position number 3. That's a comfortable 8 damage. We'll probably follow that up with this right here, and he dodges. But that's okay, because they're going to be down to 1 enemy in activity. That Hellion is still in the mix, but again, there's not an amazing amount she can do, aside from buffing and self-healing. I'm going to rely on the Leper to clear those corpses for me, or get the finishing blow with the Houndmaster. Unfortunately, she comes back instantaneously for her next turn, so look, let's clear the first round of corpses, and go into the kill of the Houndmaster. Well done. Very efficiently done.
As victories mount,
you know how I said I was going to use those dog treats? Yeah, I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting. That's okay. Let's press on, and we have a battle to deal with. We'll see what we have in this curio room. Mixed bag, but we get the surprise, which puts us in a very strong position. Drop an Iron Swan on the back row for a beautiful kill. Crit of 30. Yeehaw. Try and drop a stun where stun will do the best good for me, or alternatively I can rely on the Houndmaster to help me seal the kill, which is what I'll do. Position 3, and healing up the Vestal. Next up, Hound's Rush for the kill. Hopefully we get enough. Resist the bleed. Damn right, we need to take care of that stun unit. Those stingers can really ruin your day. They have 1 dodge and 1 more chance to get some damage in, which they do, but it's minimal. And we're in a good place to mop things up. Right, things are kind of out of control for the first few battles in this dungeon, but they're very much in control now, and I'm having so much fun.
these nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Now, quick check. What do I need to get? It's just a blanket buff. Okay, ship's figurehead. That's fine. Don't need to worry about anything there. Might swap out the... Yeah, might swap out the Jade for the single holy water. Call that done. And in fact, no, we'll pick this buff up. Great, that's extra damage and speed, which is going to come in very handy. We have 1 corridor and room left. Let's pick up that crate. 1 portrait. There we go. Carrying on. And because I got greedy, take a hunger check. Our stress is up. That's foolish of me. That's foolish of me. That's foolish of me. If we don't have a battle here, no, we do. And it's just groupers. We'll be able to take care of some of the stress damage, probably. But instead, I'm going to want to do some back row damage here. It's a dodge, though, which is going to put us back by a margin. Iron Swan to get that back row kill. Position 2 does not go down. The leper isn't tough enough to make the difference here. But the Vestal makes up for it in her own unique and special way. Removes some of her stress. That Seaward Slash is significant, but by the same token, we get a dodge in regardless. They get double attack, but that dodge still holds. Oh my god, they do not like this Hellion, and I know why. Okay, 12 damage done. Go for the... Yep, kill plus bleed, very nice. Critical of 3 plus 1 bleed coming through over 3 turns. We'll try and do some direct damage right here with the Vestal and the Leper for the finale. Very nice.
This momentum
very nice.
to the task's end.
Gonna keep those shovels because I think they're not worth more. Let's just they're not worth more to sell back. That's the problem. Let's do that switcheroo, drop a key in play, and see if anything stacks up. Small change, probably not worth carrying through to the end, but let's see how it did in totality. Got a sapphire though somewhere, so I'm sure that's going to be a decent pile of cash in place. And a full stack of jades. Very nice. So about 15k of gold, which isn't anything to sneer at by any measure. 24 crests, 4 deeds, 4 portraits, and no busts, as well as yet another Hell's Hairpin, which I typically sell off straight away. Pont, the leper, has jumped level 3. Unfortunately, Pegstico and Biovin remain at level 1. That light sensitivity, though, is going to be an absolute pain in the tuchus, given how I play. Fast healer is very nice. Hysterical blindness, it won't be a problem, but I will look to cure that as soon as I can. And negative 10% stress with steady is just gorgeous. So,
let the organ notes ring out from the abbey. The sisters are gathering.
Both these guys level 0, which isn't incredibly compelling for me to pick up, and I've already got a relatively good roster of Vestals, so I can leave that be. Meveril has had the slow draw quirk removed. Some upgrades have happened. I've got some choices to make off camera in terms of upgrades and tweaks. The cash situation isn't overwhelming, but the game is progressing very, very nicely. Again, when you start getting to level 5s and 6s, things start to get expensive, but regardless, thank you guys so much for watching through if you made it all the way to the end. My name is Ahdoom. This has been fun. Please like and subscribe to this video if you've enjoyed it, or you want to see more videos from me in the future. I'll aim to put 2 or 3 up every single day, and I'll catch you guys next time.